Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the LSU Tigers and the Texas Longhorns. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. One of the things he has reiterated to his offensive coordinator is he wants his quarterback to break that school record for passing touchdowns in a season. Now obviously they are going to have a balanced game plan. When they're in the red zone, they're going to take the best play available. But it is in the back of their mind. They want their quarterback to go down in history, and they have a big opportunity to do that here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. From the gun, it's Henderson. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Right back to the well. Fighting off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback, surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Turns into the pile. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Out wide right, it's Watkins. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On third down, here's Durham. LSU will get a first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. And the timing just a hair off.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early to throw. It's Levin. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
This defense has them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, pressure's coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Levin. Right side, it's Harris. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. There he goes.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Arch Madness. He unleashes a long one. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Takes it the other way. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
LSU 7 Texas 0. Number 20 set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wingo. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Finds his man on the RPO. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Running inside. It's Edwards. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. 3-and-out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass, it's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Harris. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Watkins. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the tight end. Here's a give to Durham. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Right side, it's Wingo. Turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That's not a bad 3 plays in a row. Palmer, you probably never did that in your life, but 3 plays, 3 completions, like he's seeing it very quickly. Good protection up front, finding his receivers, and that's 3 explosive plays in a row.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here's Arch to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people on the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. On the return, it's Turner. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. They're all over it, and they got it.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Delayed handoff. It's Durham. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes second and long. From deep in their own territory, he'll throw it. Complete downfield. Down he goes.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Throws for the tight end. Out wide right, it's Green. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The give to Caden Durham. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Turns up, it's Watkins. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route, and it's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Makes a man miss. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. After picking up the first down, they still have to move quickly here.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be a...
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Manning fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Left side, it's Wingo. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Throwing Manning. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Deep in the end zone, it's Turner. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. One more snap coming before halftime. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with Tulsa taking on the number 15 team, the Florida Atlantic Owls. And it's the Golden Hurricane in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Got enough for the first down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
Now on the counter. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. Throws to the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect them is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Arch is going to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Edwards. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Out wide left, it's Berry. Makes the grab in their space. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Hits inside, it's Durham. Breaks into the open. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down.
Here's Manning to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wingo. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Fires to the big fella. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Moving the pocket, it's Levitt.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. RPO complete. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's going to take off. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
They go play action with Manning. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. To throw, Manning. Here comes the heat. He'll throw it. Caught, it's Edwards. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Left side is Coleman. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Longhorn! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. And he scoots his way across the sidelines on the return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Looking for a gap. It's Berry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
What an enormous play, the 99-yard touchdown pass. But, Palmer, when you're in that end zone and you're backed up and you could take a safety, what's going through your head?
Oh, man, your clock's going off. You know you got to get the football out quick, but I'll tell you, you're also licking your chops because you know in this area of the field, you probably have one-on-one opportunities to the outside. So if you get time and you're able to make an accurate throw, you can hit Pater, and they just did right there, going 99 yards to the crib.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is...
Makes the catch, and he's free. The 50. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Keeps it moving. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Arch Madness. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Manning. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the offense will recover, but it's not going to make any difference as they're short of the first down marker.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that first down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot of maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
To the air, it's Levin. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, going to throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Here comes the Texas offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here's Arch to throw. Under pressure. Out wide left, it's Coleman. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Quick give. It's Edwards. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Moves the pocket. It's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Looking for more room. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Shoots it to the left. Working the big fella to the corner. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Looking down the middle. Between the hashes, it's Berry. Oh, he found a space up. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
From deep, it's Wingo. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got the first down. Flying down the left side. At the 30. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
Man, when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Play action on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Soft spot in the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. LSU quick to the line. Looking to pass. It's Levin. Throwing right. Got a man. It's Harris. And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of a 2-minute timeout. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Time to take a shot. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Manning. Look out. He'll pull it down. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Good, strong tackle.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well.
Touchdown, Tigers. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. He got it beat down in bounds. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Turner. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that